Hey gang, Gameface here, and I figured I was gonna try out Planet Coaster today. So here we are in Planet Coaster. Yeah. I've sort of thought about some of the stuff I did yesterday. Well, just one piece of it in particular. I like all this. I don't like this. I'm gonna turn this into a fountain. The swimming pool thing. The water idea is great. I like that. But I don't like the swimming pool idea. It's not piratey enough. But an awesome fountain would be piratey enough. Believe it or not. So what I was gonna do to make this fountain is basically build like a sliver of a fountain and like duplicate it. Hey Aaron, and like turn it around until I had like the actual fountain I want. And also it's going to be round, so it'll fit more in with trying to fill this all in with some type of floor. I don't know, with something. So I think the way I'm going to start this today is by doing that. And then I'm going to move this into more of a circular thing. A big circular thing. Maybe a half circle. Maybe a half circle. So that's what I'm going to do now. The other thing I really need to think about is what kind of coaster am I gonna be putting in down there. All the stuff is basically built as far as I'm gonna build it before I put a coaster in. And I need to decide what coaster is going there. Like, what type of coaster. I do you want something with... I'm thinking the launch coasters is not what I'm gonna go with. At first I thought that would be best, but I'm starting to think that I should go with something different, not stick with something different. But I need to know ahead of time what I'm doing, because I need to go and I need to like research and ride that type of coaster. Well, not ride it, but you know, in No Limits, and see what they do with those type of coasters. This is probably too small. Let's make a 12 meter. Oh, well, gee, that was stupid. Do stupid things sometimes. Hey, Scampy. Does that look right? I guess it's a reasonable start. And I am gonna like... Well, maybe I should do it now. Let's do it now so that it doesn't look like I'm just wrecking everything. Yeah, that. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. It'd be nice to have this all filled up, but the problem is as soon as you fill it all up, you get that problem there with stuff coming through. My day's been long. It's been long. I'm tired. That's how my day's been. But here I am now. Playing Planet Coaster. How am I gonna do this now? Is it gonna be a building part on the outside? Do I just use like maybe something like this as the outer edge? don't know why I turned it like that. Probably best lining it up to something that already exists. But is that the best bet for an outer edge? And then we'll put trim around all of it. Let's see here. The other thing we need to do is get another one, like exactly the distance away that the circle, and I think that's it, roughly. Yeah, that's it. So that's good. Okay. Now, probably just going up to here, but we need to decorate this thing. Actually, we need, the problem being is we actually need to decorate both these things. What I'll probably do is decorate one and copy it across, but hey Chris. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Okay. I don't want plants. We're not going to decorate it with plants. Actually, you know, this thing should probably be like out of the okay, yeah, we can raise the whole thing up. Or can I? Have I put it deep enough? Yes. Oh, maybe that's the height it should stay. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so we need some trim for this thing. I don't know why I went over there. I don't think I want... Well, let's see. Balcony supports. Yeah, I guess that would probably be ideal. There would probably be actually no need for any much more than that anyway. Why would there be? Unless I have something like this. That's going on crooked, so let's try it from this side. Okay, so this thing doesn't have a color. This one does, so maybe I can try to make this look more like that. Ooh. Well, we'll see. I was gonna say, well, I don't know if I like that anymore. Straighten it out. We'll see. I don't know if that can stay. And then what do we want? What do we want on here? We do want something. There's that octopus thingy. Maybe I can like put that octopus emblem on each of these things. And what would that be under? Decorations. Puss. Not working, is it? Too big. Way too big. Sideways. Upside down. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Upside down. There we go. Hey, Lorndale. Okay. So that looks fine. I don't know. I'm not going to complain about that. But I am going to have to copy this And put it over top of that. Delete one of those. I'm good, but tired. Okay, what am I doing? This is what I'm doing. So, is this actually gonna work? It's too big, eh? Okay, well. Too big, eh? Well, let's see what trick I have up my sleeve. I'm gonna have to do something about this. This is gonna have to turn on a much smaller. This is gonna have to be a smaller piece. It's only 7. It's only 6:15 here. But I don't know. It's not physically tired, it's brain tired. See how, like right now, I should be editing this building and I'm just clicking it blindly. Because I'm confused and I don't know why I can't edit it. It's just been a long day of sitting in front of a computer. I live in Winnipeg, Canada. Okay, so if I put that there, delete that, delete that. Actually, you know what? All of you gotta go. And that thing seems to be like on the center, so maybe I don't even need to do that. What? Why did you do that, game? What did you possibly gain from doing that to me? As I clicked it, I went to move. It changed back to 4 meter. I don't know. Yeah, it must be late there. Got to be like 12:15 in the UK. Or is it only 11:15? What am I making now? I took out the swimming pool I put in yesterday because I feel bad about it, and I need to fix it. Because like, what the hell are the pirates doing with the swimming pool? Okay, that's about right. That seems fine to me. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this. That's not... Let's try that again. Just not finding the right parts. Any trees? It's got to be a building material, I think. Okay, so this is all we've got so far. We're not doing too well. And we're not even showing the whole thing. We're hiding most of it. Don't know what to do here. Basically, I want something about that wide or a little wider. Maybe just the flat. This thing. Decorated plain. No. Maybe this. No. Even that doesn't look right. It's gonna have to be this. I just don't like it for some reason, though. Well, we'll see what it looks like. Maybe once it's out, it'll look fine. But then I gotta think of something to cover the top of it with, too. That's the problem with this one. Speaking of, maybe this'll do it. Wow. I like that side. I don't like this side. Okay, well, maybe we won't worry about that right now. No other stone piece I can use for this, is there? Ooh. Ooh. On the right line? I hope so. What? Like, yeah, there it is, and it fades away. Why is it choosing that? I want this. There we go. It's because somehow I wasn't editing anymore. Okay, so the other one's there? No, it's not. Okay, that should still do it. That should still do it. It's the wrong height. But it doesn't matter. We only need a half circle here, right? I still don't know what I'm going to top it with, though. And really, you know... Well, hey, let's just run the experiment. and make sure it works. I'm doing okay, Remco. What's happening is we're trying to build a fountain. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work. It would work, but I don't think I'm gonna like the result. Like, it's not gonna be like the outside of this thing. That's for sure. Okay, maybe you know what? Let's leave that right now. Let's just walk away from that and let's talk coaster. Let's talk about coasters. So we've built this entire queue. We've got this whole thing put together. It's not decorated or anything mostly, but we've got this queue all built. And we've got a placeholder for a coaster here. But you know, it brings up the question to me, what kind of coaster do I want to build here? Because as I've mentioned, though, people have seemed to have, you know, taken it that I am building Torque. I'm not. I need to figure out what kind of coaster to build. And, you know, when we look at the coasters, there's these basically limits. You know, and the maximum limits are 180, 180, 90, and 90. You can see some of them, like the mine train, which of course makes sense, is 60, 45, 60, and 90. So there's much tighter constraints when you build something like this, and of course, it cannot invert. Okay. Catch you later. Maybe next time, Derek. So, you know, do I want a coaster that inverts? Do I, you know, want something that's just simple? Well, you know, what do I want to pick something that has, you know, strange limitations on it? Strange limitations. It's just because generally they're not. They're modeled after older coasters usually, or you know, things like this, because that would have like much larger limitations on it. So the thing is, I don't know what to build, and what I do build, a spinning coaster. Oh, I don't know, like Wild Mouse. Or spinning spiral. On the Amiga 500. That's weird. It was like my first computer. I downloaded an emulator a while ago just so they could, like, you know, I don't know, reminisce. It was a lot more awkward than I thought. I actually wrote some of my first software on an Amiga 500. I think it was Amiga Basic. Wow. Okay, so, what am I looking for here? What kind of coaster would I build? There's a prototype wing coaster. which is, you know, it's a standing coaster. That's a little different. I don't know. So nobody has any ideas. Atari ST. I don't remember. I don't remember what the ST was. That wasn't that thing with the touch keyboard, was it? Yeah, you know, that's the thing. I'd really love to build another hybrid, but I want to build, you know, the problem with the hybrid, well, is one, I already have an Iron Fury over here. A multi-launch coaster, like racing coasters, like in Adventureland. Or a coaster with multiple launches on it. See, you know, Torque does have this kind of neat thing. Oh, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's do this instead. Where's Torque? So, no, we're gonna need another one of those. And we're gonna have to change them so they're... Whoa. Okay, fine. If you want to go over there, fine. We gotta change these so they're going fast. Going faster. It's going faster. Optional catwalk. No. See, Torque has this cool thing. And it's not just... Oh. Yeah, in my other park, in Adventureland, we have dueling launch coasters. Sort of go through a very similar, you know, thing, and end up coming in together at the end of the station. Well, by less than a half a second, or a third of a second. Kind of frustrating that I couldn't get it right on. So we were to throw one of these, a top hat loop. Yeah, if you watch any of the ones in the other playlist, because the Pirates Paradise has a playlist of its own, so if you watch any of the ones in the other playlist, you'll find there's stuff on that in there. Okay, so this thing, there's a couple of things that are special about it. Oh, one of them is this loop. So you see this loop goes around and out, but it also comes back. You know, and of course, I'm an idiot, and I I do this somewhere where it's not going to fit. So let's just, you know, build this in the ocean. Okay, there we go. Just for pretend. Okay, so we're gonna go here. I'm gonna add a loop. This thing. We're gonna move ahead. We're gonna do this. And I don't know. This is gonna be really rough. You know what? To tell you the truth, I don't even know what's between here and there on the real coaster. So I'm gonna. Okay, so that's the one special thing. And I'm trying to figure out how the other one works. Like I said, this is going to be a rough ride. Whoops. What did that do? Okay, it's gonna be a rough ride. But I don't know, I don't even know if it's a coaster I want in the park. Okay. So, we've got this dual direction linear synchronous motor. Okay, so we got that, right? This should not go like this. But again, we're just playing around. This should... You know what? I might as well do it. Because all I gotta do is bring this to here. And I should just find a prefab that I can use for this other part. So we need something that basically turns us around and has us going the opposite, in the direction we came from. Will that do it? No, that has us going in the same... What is that? Yeah. Maybe this will work. Yeah, this will work. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to get this all straightened out. And we're going to add these dual direction linear brakes. And I'm just gonna take these, and there's a whole crap load of settings on it. So what's the forward boost speed? 100 miles an hour. Acceleration all the way up to the top. Maximum hold delay 5. Minimum hold delay. Oh, let's just go 3 to 5 seconds. Reverse launch speed 60 miles an hour. Let's lower that to down to like 30 miles per hour. And there we go. We're gonna leave that. And now we're just gonna bring this, and we're gonna bring this back up. So this is like a dual launch in a way. But like I said, this is really rough. So we can add track to the top of this. Why not, like... No, I'm not. Yeah, you guys be friends. And then I can just come back over here. This is gonna be like really bad. Why is it spiraling up? I didn't want to spiral up. No, I want that. I just want to do stuff to it. No! There we go. Brakes. We need massive amounts of brakes. Okay, so basically this is basically what the ride is. I don't even know what it's called anymore. But I knew the other day. I wrote it down and threw it out. I'm good at that. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna go up around the loop. Okay. Okay, fine, fine. Stop it. How can you not be going fast enough? Oh, because it didn't take the settings I put on. Okay, that makes sense. That makes complete sense. Okay, so this thing does something like this. It doesn't do this. It does something completely different. But I wasn't going to go look it up. I don't even know if this is going to work. It might be too small. And then it stops them. Brings them to the end, and like between 3 and 5 seconds later, this happens. It rolls them back up the hill, further than that, and then boom. But of course they make it over the hill. Not like what I'm doing here. I figured, oh, let's not make it too violent. We'll hurt somebody. But no, it was like, you better make that, like, powerful or you're not going anywhere. Welcome to the real physics. It's not real. Sorry. Where was I here? Oh, oh. Okay, maybe I just don't have enough of it. Oh, and then I changed it all to linear synchronous motors. Let's see. That's not what's really there in the real coaster. And you're in a tunnel in this at this point, I think. From what I remember. I don't think it wiggles up like that either. But, you know. Oh! It's a little too fast going backwards. That's funny. Let's only go up to like 30 miles per hour. Miles per hour? What the hell? Sorry, I thought it should say kilometers per hour. There's nobody here tonight who can tell me what coaster this is. Hey, Max! More other videos tomorrow morning, Max. You'll be happy to hear. Part 2 of, well, and Wednesday. I'm gonna play Dishonored, the new Dishonored as well. Yeah, this is basically what happens. And then it ends. It's actually a pretty short coaster in real life. They don't kill everybody at the end like I just did right now. Excuse me. But I can't, you know, I looked it up the other day. So the real torque coaster there's two of them basically, but one of them has this whole top hat loop. What's it based on in real life? Full throttle. Yes, thanks, Epic. Yes, exactly. Because I couldn't remember what was there. I couldn't remember what was there. Get a real picture of this. Yeah, of course, all they show is the top hat loop. Okay, here, we'll fix this. We'll make this right. Even though we're probably not going to put it in the park. We'll make this right. Yeah, it's like a top hat. It's like a non... Well, oh no, that isn't right. Okay. The other thing is, it's not like this at all. Like this might be fine. Well, that's not, but we're not going to talk about that. No, it probably comes down a bit more. Actually, it starts to curve right after it. I perked up. No, I haven't perked up. I perked up now that I know it's the right, the name of the coaster is what I perked up about. I'm looking at a picture of it now, so I don't have to rely on the picture in my brain, which is pretty vague and foggy. Because it's in my brain. But I'm glad Epic's here anyway. No, it does go down further. Yeah, see, the problem being is the only pictures you can get of this thing are of the top hat loop. If I look up, there's monitors. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how far it is. I guess the easiest way for me to do that is just to go and ride it. Oh, I'm not doing a recreation here. You know what, though? Maybe, like I'm saying, though, maybe if I build a coaster, maybe I'll build a coaster with these two elements in it. This loop is smaller? This loop isn't resizable. Probably further away from the station, though. Okay, so do they have the loop? I don't think they do. They don't actually include the loop. I thought it was a non-inverted roll. Like where it went up, up at the top and came, you know, up and over and down. Whoops. I just took a screenshot with my diving coaster. I don't know how that happened. Lucky I didn't hit the shutdown button. Yeah, I don't know. I'm, yeah. Just checking it out. Oh, we don't need ads. Okay. So it goes straight into the loop right after the launch. It's kind of freaky how everything is identical. Well, it's not identical. It's 80% identical. It's also kind of freaky how I can't seem to play 15 seconds of it without it stopping. Okay. So this doesn't go up yet. It turns the other way. Whoops. Probably not that far up though. Or maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I guess it is. Hey, with my apologies. Oh, what's going on? Why are you like, no, I insist on turning that way? Whoops. It's like just randomly adding curves itself. Hey, we'll go over here. We'll go over here. Let's add a little banking over here. Maybe you'll like a little curve here. Okay, we want 0, 0. And somehow this doesn't run into this thing. Yeah, I didn't go big enough. I didn't quite make it. But yeah, it basically comes out, brings itself up. Not quite the rate that I brought it up, but I'm like I said, not trying to do a recreation here. No. Again. It turns down off the loop. It turns right. It turns left on an incline, bringing you up, and then it flips over and goes on the inside of a downward loop, and it's now braking and stopping. It shoots back up on the back of the inside of that loop. And now it's shooting forward, going through a right turn, up over the top hat, down, and massive amount. Oh, it's already braking on the way down. Oh, see, that's what you can't do here. No brakes on curved track. Um, so it's breaking all the way down on all the way down. So that's kind of weird. So we're coming up. I'm gonna pause it again, so I'm looking right at that angle again. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to figure out what I'm doing. There we go. So I'm basically on the track. Right here before it straightens out. I actually think that it's probably a smaller curve than this. But I don't know. Scale's kind of hard to tell when you're dealing with this. Maybe it's still pointing out a bit that way. Actually, it's even still going up. It's actually changing direction. Really? You're not going to continue what I was doing? You're just going to go off and start to curve the other way again? I'm going to have to redo it. We're going straight. And see, like I said, it's really hard to tell that. I can't see any of that. But again, none of this is to scale, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to take this thing around like that anyway. Otherwise, we'll never get it back to line up. And actually, you know what? Best way to do it is from here down. Not from there up. Little too much. Oh, I think we can too. What I'm asking the question is, do we want to? That's not the... See, this isn't where this originated. This originated with a do we want to question. Not with this. And then I started saying, well, maybe we want to build torque. Or something with torque and use these elements. So I'm just basically showing the elements. Because it is a different coaster than anything else, really, in the game. That's not quite right. There's more of a freaking smooth all. It just straightens it. Okay, so now we have this reversing linear synchronous motor. Goes on for, I don't know, miles and miles. Wow. It's like right at the bottom of the hill too. Hey, Rogilo. Whoops. So the problem with with this, of course, is it's going to move fast through that curve. Up and around. That's getting close. Just think there's that walkway across the top of this thing. So they're sitting underneath a bridge. If I were to take this now and make that point that I was looking at before, where it sort of does its flip from one side to the other. See what it's doing? It's wiggling the other piece of track. See, we're not far enough. We're not... Yeah, I don't want to see it from that one. So, do you think we should, like, that... So that brings us back to the question. Which coaster? And you know, yeah, I would just love to build another hybrid of some type, but I've already got a big one, and I'm not sure. It's not really that big. It's not like crazy hyper coaster or nothing. So I'm not sure I want another. This isn't going way too far. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. What are we doing here? Think you can roll it away, or are you gonna roll it away? Oh, there we go. Not awesome, there we go, but there we go. It's closer, but it's not right. That looks kind of weird and stretched out. come on, game. Why won't you stop on the piece I want? There we go. So this is going to be the thing. I don't know how fast it's got to go. But here we go. This is a absolutely broken version of Full Throttle. Is it ever? Oh, wow. It's just hilarious. That's pretty hilarious too. Oh, I guess one thing I didn't do. Oh, I should probably smooth this out. It won't let me put brakes on it. Hey, Benjamin. So, again, this begs the question, is this the coaster we want to build? Ha! Fail. Yeah, it's going too far forward. I don't know what to do. Can't go any faster. So no answers, eh? No. I was failing to build a swimming pool earlier, or not a fountain earlier. I don't want to continue failing to build a fountain. This is going to be one of those episodes where I don't accomplish anything. I actually knew I probably shouldn't have even started. But, you know, we're here. Not sure what to do. Ah. Does it try again? I don't know why I'm even doing this anymore. It's just bugging me. It's not working. Just let's smooth the fun out of it. There we go. Not this time, but next time. Next time you'll make it. You just wait and see. I don't know if it's gonna make it. Pretty big coaster. There was the second launch. See, I don't have a lot of room. The other thing is, I don't know if I can do that backup thing exactly like that. A lot different than this. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. My ride is too scary. Oh, they made it! They made it! It worked! So yeah, okay. Let's look at where this would go and what it would do and stuff like that for the last little bit here. The plan would basically allow me to take this like area out here. Could go anywhere along here, I'd say. You know, so we have that. Now, there's also the possibility that it can go in through this area here. You know, and even interact with this. It all depends on what I'm thinking. How much room do you have with a straight launch? Oh, you know, I got. You know, if I want to launch this way, I've got quite a distance. If I want to launch this way, you know, mountains can move. Again, I got quite a distance. So either way, I don't think I have any launch concerns. This is pissing me off that this is trying to kill everybody. I'm gonna do something about it. Nope. No, no, it won't. I just turn this part of it around. Leave the exit on this side, leave the entrance here, and everything will be fine. Thing is, though, I just don't know. No. This is... Well, ignore this coaster. This coaster you see here does not belong here. It does not live in this world. This is Pirate's Paradise. And it's a 100% pirate park. Pirate buildings and, you know, everybody who works here just shoots people randomly. Very piratey. See, I don't understand you, coaster. Whoop. If you're to do this, what you're supposed to be doing. Unbanked. At a gentle slope. Really? Well then how are you can't build this coaster? You can't build this coaster. Cause you know the funny thing is, full throttle, the brakes start like right here. And it still won't let me put brakes on this thing. Finally, I can put brakes on this thing. That's pretty bad. To actually have a recreation of an actual coaster. Okay, so you're thinking we actually use this and we go launch. Instead of going through the roll, we go over the top hat first. Then we come down to ground level again. A couple of corkscrews. Sure we don't want like a big like banking curve. I already built that coaster with a couple of corkscrews after it, then some curves. That's my dueling coasters. But yes, I understand from the station we built here. I'm just playing it with this piece of technology here, and then we come out. We do a couple of corkscrews. We do some thing, and that lines us back up here for a stop and a relaunch. How about we think about making that stop like right here? You know what I mean? Like have where the coaster comes down from the thing and stops line up with where the other coaster waiting is stopped. Would that be a good thing we could try? A double heartline roll. If using the prefabs, probably. If you do make a heartline roll yourself and then smooth it, it'll just become a twist. In this game, yeah. So let's play that out again. How would this work? How would this work? I don't think it could work the way I'm thinking. Okay, so yes, I'm just trying to think that out. It's almost like I would need to. Yeah. Because yeah, you'd have to go out, you'd have to come all the way back, and you'd have to come back again. Yeah, I don't know. See, the Heartline roll thing, we did an experiment the other day that sort of basically where we just manually built a Heartline roll, or a rough one, with the banking offset. And then we tried to smooth it. And it just became a twist. An inline twist. Yeah. Considering it just completely takes your banking offset out as soon as you go to smooth it. Using their tools. Yeah. I know the issues. I've tried. And every time I've given up. Every single time. So this was just like a little fun thing. I should probably, you know, get rid of it right now. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, I know, it'd be in completely the wrong direction. So, what am I doing? I'm not actually building this today, but I really need to know what I'm building here, because I am going to be building a coaster at some point in this week. Because I'm... Like I said, I'm right now, in the last couple days, I've been completely blocked. I just can't... The image isn't there anymore. It's not there right now. I can't see what I'm trying to build. And most of the time when I'm, you know, I have this picture of what I want. Even like down to like, I'm gonna have this thing off the side of the cliff. All that was already in my head when I started building it. Even this was all in my head when I started building it. Well, these straight pieces weren't. I didn't know I would need the second layer, so some of it's ad hoc. But right now, I've got Planet Coaster Builder's block. So if it was... Well... So what if it did go out this way? Can we play this game, Planet Coaster? You want to play the game? And we just did this thing, and we went right... And again, it doesn't want me to do that. It doesn't want me to do that at all. This would have to go way out there. The other problem with this thing, of course, is it's not a resizable unit. See, and that's one thing, custom supports is one thing I really wanted to do in this coaster, and I think we're getting further away from the possibilities of that. Okay, let's rethink this. I'm guessing you make most of the supports in No Limits are custom to a point, or are they automatic? See, maybe something like this is more along the lines of what we should be doing. Again, I don't know... See, the problem I have, as soon as I start building something like this, somebody who knows something about these coasters, like, oh, they don't do that. They don't do that. But, you know... I don't know. This actually looks like an old style track. I don't know if this is new or old. Is this new? And it seems to do all, well, you know, they have all the loops available, and then some. Maybe this is the type of, yeah, I already have collisions all shut off. Yeah, that's one thing I wouldn't want to do, is create my own wooden supports. But that's one thing I'd really like to do in this. But I'd also like to integrate the world into it. So I'm really kind of stuck. I almost think like something like this would be more ideal. But again, what is this based on? What kind of coaster is this based on? This is called Degen Looping Coaster. This is an old coaster. So yeah, I don't think I really want an old coaster. Because that's really one of the ones that people say they don't do that. And of course, then I also find that it's hard to get rid of the fear on the old coasters too, because they're kind of shaky. Whoa, what do I want? Yeah, so, you know, there's also the Basilisk, the single rail. I always have trouble with this. I don't know if it should be a thing. You might notice that I'm immediately trying to stay away from wing coasters, because I've always had, well, twice I've tried to build wing coasters, and I've had problems trying to get it to be a good ride. Yeah, see, the saying that they're B&M, Intamin, and RMC, yes, they are. Those are the current companies in business that build coasters. But they don't have any, they don't have their, these are not labeled. So I got Boomerang, it's a cable and chain lift, can invert, and that's old. That's like a really old Arrow coaster, I believe. Maybe. I don't know. There's Boomerang Trident, which is basically the same thing with a different set of cars on it. I haven't been able to ride one, so how would I know? Me? How would I know? I wouldn't know anything. Oh, these are okay. But they seem like they're older style coasters. Crazy One Looney Tunes, chain lift, can invert, all ages. So I don't even know what this is. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm not it's hard to tell. No, I just, Yeah, that's why I'm getting them, you know, not mixed up, but I'm not knowing which is which. Okay, so again, these are these like floorless. These are things that are going to have a certain style of ride. What would really be nice is if there was something like Torque with that style of track that did loops and top hats and things along that lines, corkscrews, but had a chain lift. That would be the ideal coaster here that I would be looking for. Either that, or we just end up using Torque for what it's not what it's for. So, like, I don't know what would be the best case for something like that. What's Star Loop? What is Star Loop, and why should I care? Oh, it's a okay. It's not what I think it is. It's not what I think it is. So maybe something like that instead. Didn't didn't some company like work with Arrow and then just turn around and basically steal all their designs and go and build their own coasters? Oh, that was Vekoma. Okay. Okay. Well, so again, we're still at a standstill here. No, I don't want an Enigma. So that's the problem. There doesn't seem to be any coaster that fulfills what I'm looking for, unless it's like a really old coaster. So you know what we're gonna do? I'm just gonna build a train, and we're just gonna go on a train ride. That's all that's gonna happen here. We're gonna go on a train ride through the mountain. What does this thing do? Is it a chain lift? It is. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure which... First model are the SLCs. I'm not sure which coaster to build. I think I'm gonna just end up building Torque. Or something that doesn't use that loop, though. Which is a bit disappointing. I don't really want to build that. I really don't. How about just a real wooden coaster? How about over here we throw in a wooden gnarler instead of like anything else. We just throw this in instead. And we just make a tightly packed gnarler in here. Compact. Well, not really. Yeah, I can use Torque and not use the loop. I don't want to build another pirate coaster. But, well, I guess it's on a pirate island, and maybe I should just copy the pirate coaster. And no, I'm just kidding. Like, I don't know what, like, they might. launched. American Arrow. Mine Train. Prototype wing. Single rail. Spinning. Spinning. Stand up. I don't think they do, you know. There's this thing called Equalizer. It's supposed to be a hypercoaster. Oh, that looks way too technology-like for pirate theme. That's no good. Okay, well, I think the decision's made. We're gonna use torque. And I think we're gonna try to build dual launch. Like, basically, launched hydraulic. So yeah, we're gonna use torque. We're gonna have a medium launch here. We're gonna do some stuff, and then it's gonna have. Well, no, you know what? You know what? I'm wrong. We're gonna have a large launch here. We'll have probably some type of large loop. This is gonna be a pretty straightforward coaster. I'm thinking a top hat or something over here, and something that brings it really tight around something. I don't know. Maybe we'll build a tunnel. Of course, we could just have something like a non-inverted loop that brought us back and across. I don't know if I'd have enough. Again, all this can go away. And brings us back into here. Again, that's being very, very simple, and maybe that's not what I want to do. Okay, so that's not what we're going to do. We're gonna just figure it out as we go. I'm gonna go ride some of these coasters of this type, so that I get a better idea of what they're gonna be like. Because I really, you know, this is the worst thing that could have happened has happened here. I think, is now I've got this to contend with. I would have had no clue that I would be trying to outdo or build a new coaster that outdoes that. Sorry, I gotta open a new YouTube page and search for Maverick POV ride. Okay, that's what I'm doing, is I'm basically opening YouTube pages for things I have to go watch after. So the problem here is this: I feel as though this coaster build went really well. I've never seen any, like, a 9.46 is like, and you know what? To tell you the truth, I couldn't care less that these were over, and neither could anybody else. To tell you the truth, there's never a problem with a line here. I fill up car after car, and there's train after train, and there's 2 trains running on this thing. So the problem being, where's my mouse? The problem here is I am trying to build something that's going to rival, or to provide an experience that's as good as this. Maybe not as good, but as deep. And even more so because of the queue and everything like that. I really wish I could finish the lights. I should really also flip some of those some ways, because they're looking kind of repetitive, and that really bugs me. So I think one of my biggest problems is I am trying so hard to outdo this, and I think this is still going to end up being the best coaster on the island anyway, no matter what I do. I don't see there being any way that I'm going to get this much out of this build, but we're gonna try. I think we're gonna start a coaster build tomorrow, because I'm just getting kind of tired of building buildings. Well, see, this is the only, like, epic. This is the only coaster that I knew I had to build on the island. It's like, I have to build another one of these. Because you know, really, if you think about Adventureland, it's probably my better coasters. You know. There is one other option, and maybe we should look at it. Maybe we should look at it. You know what? I'm gonna do it. You know what? I'm gonna save this first. That's not Pirates Paradise Park. Okay, so I hate to do this. I don't hate to do this. Still here, Maddie? I'll show you what's the thing I'm looking for here? I will show you the launch coasters, the dueling launch coasters, if you want. Okay, so well, so I'm so there's two things going through my head. So you know how in the island there's basically that piece that comes up, the second volcano, where there's houses on it, whereas the first volcano comes up and there's the water on the top. So there is the option, of course, of building something that goes around the whole damn thing. And I'm thinking, well, you know, do we just forego the third coaster and build like a Hyper or a Giga of some type? Is that the option? Is that what we want to go with? Because like right now I'm torn, because I really want to enjoy the build. I don't want to be frustrated with everybody telling me the coasters like this don't do this and stuff like that. So I need to know ahead of time what I'm doing, and I need time to go out and figure out what coasters like that do, so I don't hear that all the time. And I want to make sure that I have an idea going in. Because, you know, when I started Sinister Steel, you know, there was, okay, it's going to go up. It's going to come down around a big, huge, high-speed turn. It's going to go up into and into two top hats, one after the other. And, you know, so there was very good... Why not build a floorless dive coaster? Because, yeah, again, that would be one that I have no experience at all with. So, you know, again, I'd have to do a lot more research and figure out what I'd want to do. But, you know, see, my whole thought is coasters do what the people who build them get them to do. It's not that they don't do this or they don't do that or they don't do anything else, you know. And that's sort of my opinion on the whole thing. But it turns out I'm not right about that. So one idea here is something along this lines. This is nitro injection. It's not nitro injection. What is it? So yeah, if it was a Hyper or a Giga coaster, it could go around that whole mountain. It can go over the top of the mountain. On the launch, it can, you know, there's a lot we could do if it was something like this. But again, like I say, it would take up more of the thing that I'd be willing to give up. But you know, this is one track that's a possibility, I would say. It's a cable lift. We could run multiple cars. Those are actually triggered by the coaster going up the thing. So it could be something like this. Now, I built this coaster a long time ago. I know there's things I want to do on it. And even now, like, riding this like this, I'm like, gee, you know, there's so much that I want to do. It's a very fast coaster. So, you know, that is one option. And you can probably even guess why I'm partial to, well, you'll be able to see. Oh, by the way, anybody who's new here, this is Adventureland. This is a 550 hour, no, it's a 480 hour park. I was thinking, wait a minute, I'm 100 hours off. This is basically a 500 hour park. I just haven't put in the last 20 hours yet. This is the first park I built, and this is the first rides I laid down with the first scenery I put around them, and it looks so, you know what I mean? You can, I've changed. I do different now. So the other idea, of course, is something awesomely small like this, and I say awesomely small, but it's still a nice ride. And Maddie, remember we talked dueling in Planet Coaster? It's not a double launch, but it is dueling coasters. Or I think it was, maybe somebody else said they wanted to see it. This is the dueling coasters based on the torque. You can see the other coasters right there. I only play Sandbox. Again, this is before I spent, like, if you were here when I built Sinister Steel, I spent, oh, I can't even imagine. I would say I spent 18 to 24 hours on that one coaster. With all the theming and all the styling and everything like that. There's no way I spent 18 to 24 hours on any of these coasters. So this is like, you know, they're into the station than a third of, less than a third of a second apart. Floorless. See, where's my floorless? What do I have? No, I've got a flying coaster, and I really sucked at it. This is why I'm trying to avoid, like, there's certain coasters that I just don't want to build. Because I'm not good at building them. There's this. There's other reasons I don't want to build this. It's because I want, this coaster I want to be able to wrap around the world. Whereas if you build something like this, you're going to find that wrapping it around the world is going to be very difficult. But yeah, this is supposed to be like flying as a dragon. And catching things, burning things, and catching them on fire as a dragon. But it didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to. It was rough, it was very difficult to smooth. It was not very dragon-like. So I'm like, yeah, I want to avoid... I want to avoid this. This is awful. I want to go home now. I really want to go back to Pirate Paradise. Yeah, not a fun ride. You know, it might say it was exciting, but I didn't enjoy it. I actually feel kind of sick right now. Thanks, Daniel. So, you know, that's the ride I want to avoid. This is, I don't know what this is called, what this thing is. Thanks anyway, Daniel. So how many videos do you have? So I don't really think I want to. Oh, I want a coaster like this there. Yes, I think it is. One? Then you're doing much better than me, Daniel. You're doing awesome. You're doing really awesome. If you had 10 videos, you'd have 80 subscribers. I have like 1,750 videos, and I only have 800 subscribers. So you've got 1 to 8, and I've got 2 to 1. Well, you've got 8 to 1, and I've got 1 to 2. If that makes any sense. Yeah, so there's that. It's okay. I'm not gonna scream and shout. If Epic Failure's still around and wants to admit it, he provided quite a bit of direction in me building this. This is the Pirate Coaster. You've all heard of it. Come on. You've all heard of the Pirate Coaster. This is it. The thing is with this, is it fit in such a small space. And I think that was a big thing for me when I was starting at the beginning. That I wasn't building these. I was able to succeed first, you know what I mean? As opposed to the 3 coasters I built like this before this, which were total failures. And that I would never ever want to ride again. But you can see the differences now between where we are in the Pirate Coaster and here. Well, YouTube is you know what? The funny thing is, none of my videos are demonetized right now. I'm not giving up on YouTube, of course. I can't give up on YouTube. Okay, this thing's almost done. So, this coaster is the reason I built Iron Fury. This coaster and this coaster alone. I really like this coaster. I don't know why. It's not... Okay, it just stops. It's not as refined at... Oh, come on, Planet Coaster. What are you doing? Can you, like, use my computer? Like, you just don't even use it. You're like, eh, I'm only gonna be half-assed. I'm gonna foot it. I'm going, you know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'll make it all stutter, and I'll only use 17% of your GPU and only 52% of your CPU. It's up to 90% of my CPU now, but that's fine. So, you know, this is the, why I wanted to build this first. I really like this coaster. And you'll notice some similarities. It's fast. It's got curves on it. And again, this one was kind of compact, so it's not big curves. It's got a corkscrew. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities. I will say that. There's a lot of similarities. And Epic helped me fine-tune managed to steal quite a bit too, or at least get more out of it. It'll make it more like what it should have been. And then, you know, there's only one more coaster to ride here, really. Well, no, we'll ride 2 coasters. And please ignore this at the end of this coaster, because I just haven't gone and changed it. So this is the wing coaster. It's the sci-fi coaster, and it was the first coaster I ever did that I was able to push over 8. But I did it I cheated, basically. The only reason it's over 8 is this ridiculous thing here. I take that out and it's not an 8. It's a 7 point something. So, this is the reason I don't want to build a wing coaster. It's because I'm bad at them. Like, this is all fine. The door doesn't open in time. And so, again, my problem is I don't know what to do. I'm going way too fast, for one. But it was supposed to be like you're flying in a spaceship. But it is more like you're going to die in a spaceship. The other thing is, this was before I learned always use the smallest piece of track to build your track and stuff like that. So, there's very long spans in this, because I thought, hey, less spans the better. But it's not true. None of it's true. It's all lies. So this is a bad coaster. It's not an absolutely awful coaster. But compared to where I want to be now and what we're trying to produce, see, that's the cheating part. Oh, editing the launch speed is just fine, but I had different goals at one time. So yeah. And then there's this. This is a ride we need to ride. So what is this? This is the Red Rock Mine Runner. I know the sign says the broke miner. That's just because it's always freaking broken. So this was the first hybrid I built, and I really like building it. It's nowhere near Citizen Steel. But, you know, when you're talking, this was maybe the 5th coaster ever? Yeah, I don't know, something like that. So you can really see that this is where, you know, I started to go, okay, I gotta build the detail level up. I've gotta start raising the level of everything. So yeah, so you can guess why this being like a 7.8 and all green, and the experience around it, and then this, which again is like the experience thing. Let's make this 3 in the afternoon. So you know what I mean? Like, you can see where the detail and learning how to put stuff together and for the new park came from, and why I get a little picky when things start to just look like this and start to look plain, and I just get frustrated. So yeah. You know what? I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Think I should? I think we should. We're gonna just stop for a minute. Just stop for a moment. Sit back. Are you... Seriously, game? Oh. Well, wasn't that nice of it to include music that I actually sing? Okay, so this is my fireworks show. It was something. I forced myself to do it. Some pieces are better than others. It was very hard to get things to line up appropriately because you don't know when things go off when you're lining them up with the music. You know when you launch them. Because, you know, Frontiers just didn't build a very good system. So that's it. Hey, Dragon Master. Welcome. Well, you're never this early to a stream. We're only 2 hours in. So that's it. That's Adventureland. Whoa. So you can see why or how things have got the way they are right now. It's taken hundreds of hours. And you know the funny thing is? Even with all this, I still think I would rather be here. So we're going back. I am going to start building a coaster tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, knowing what I know now, it looks like it's going to be Torque. And Epic, we might try to include that loop, or and go over the top first and through the loop second, because it should take more. It should take less energy to go through the loop than to over the top hat. Whoa. So, that's where we're at right now. You know what? After all that, I'm riding Sinister Steel again. So, after all that, I think it's one of two things. It's Torque, or it's that, Hyper. Guys, let me know what you think. I know everybody's rode this like a dozen times. I mean, 300 times. But you look at the difference between this and where we were just moments ago. Like, even the rough parts of this are smoother, or smoother than the smooth parts of my other coasters. And I think the reason is the 4-meter building technique, where everything came in 4-meter sections, and I was able to go back and smooth everything out really nicely. So, where are we wanting to build this? So, like I said, it needs to be built. Well, the station will be here. If it was a Giga Coaster, I could see it going and spreading all the way out to here, all the way around, anywhere around here, and anywhere in this area here. A Giga or a Hyper Coaster. If it was just Torque, I would probably say it's gonna go in this area here. And then we're gonna save the back of this, or all this area back here, for the third coaster. So that's sort of where I am right now. This is the station, and that's what we're doing. Decisions, decisions, decisions. But now that I haven't accomplished anything for multiple hours in a row, I think it's time I leave this here. You know what amazes me already is we haven't even built it yet. We haven't even chosen what we're building, and it's already got a scenery rating of 100. It's made $75, and oh no, that's Sinister Steel. Sorry, this has a. Okay, that makes more sense. This has a rating of 100. Okay, like I said though, I'm gonna leave this here. I think maybe I shouldn't be trying to outdo myself, but it's always hard. Every coaster you build, you feel should be better than the last one. And I just can't really... You know what? The more I look at this, the more I think this is perfect for Torque. This area right here. Around this station. So, you know what? That's it. Tomorrow, we start building Torque. Or a coaster like it. It's got to have an awesome name like Sinister Steel or some piratey name. We'll have to figure that out tomorrow. But join me in tomorrow's stream, and we will build the second coaster on the island. It's going to take a while. But I think I have to leave this here. Not only am I having to go eat something because I'm kind of hungry, but my head is just thumping and has been for hours. So I'm going to go take care of myself. And I hope to see everybody tomorrow in tomorrow's stream. I will be uploading the second episode of Uncharted tomorrow as well. So if anybody's interested, that'll be up in the morning. So, I'll be building a coaster next time. Definitely. Definitely. I'm going like, definitely. I mean, definitely. That's, don't point with your thumbs, because it looks stupid, as you can tell from what I'm doing. But yes, coaster tomorrow, and that's what we're doing. I'll see you all then. And until then, I'm GameFace. This was Planet Coaster. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.